Hey, it's Brian with the Midnight Mechanic. Today we're going to show you how to remove the doors off your S197 Mustang. Now this is our 2008 Mustang. If you have a 2010 and up, I'm not sure if it's the same, but if you have an 05 to 09, it is the same as what we're going to do here. We already have the passenger side one off, and it's exactly the same as the way you do it on your driver's side. The one thing is our fenders are already off the front, which makes it a lot easier. If you can take your fenders off the front, definitely do it, because I honestly think that's the only way you can get to it. I don't have a car that sits here with the fender on there to look at it. It was already off before we even started this, so I can't even show you how to get that front fender off. But I do have the front fender here, and I'll show you where the bolt holes are so you could possibly see how to get it off. It comes off pretty easy, just as easy as this door is. So we're going to show you how to do it. All right, so here is the fender off of the car. You can see right here, there's some parts that hold it onto the bumper. Down here, there's some under the ground effects. There's one back here that you get to through the door jamb. And then all along the top in the engine bay, there's a bunch of them there. It's not terribly hard to get them off, but it's just a few of them. You may end up having to take the ground effect off, things like that, but it's a lot easier and it'll keep you from damaging anything if you can get that fender off. So our fender is already off. I think you have to take that off no matter what to get this door out, because if you open the door, you can't access these bolts from the inside, and I don't think you can access them this way with the fender over it. I think you might be able to see them, but I don't think you can get to it. Take the fender off, you're gonna damage something if you don't do that. It's pretty easy to do. More than likely, if your door's damaged, your fender's probably messed up anyway. So just go ahead and take that off. Be careful with it. It's pretty easy. You saw the stuff like we just showed you where to get the bolts off. Just go ahead and take care of that. Then you can easily access the bolts. The way it is you have 2 bolts in each of the brackets. And then right here's the wiring harness. But the other thing is inside the door, there's what's called a door check. Now, when you open your door, it doesn't want to swing closed because it has a door check in it. If your door check is bad or if it's missing, this one is actually missing, but we'll still show you what it looks like. The door won't stay open, so you open it up and it'll just keep wanting to swing closed. The door check is what keeps it open when you open the door. So we need to remove that first because that's what's holding this door. And if you take these off and try to get it off, it's going to hang up on that door check. I learned that because I wasn't paying attention when I did the passenger side. So I'll show you what it looks like on the passenger side door that's already off, and I'll show you where to get to it on this door. So here's the passenger door. Right there is the door check. See right there, there's 2 8mm bolts that hold it in. And over here, that's where they bolt into. So you open the door and you can access those. I'll show you on the driver's side what it looks like, but those are already out of it on that side. All right, so here's the driver's side. That's where that door check would normally bolt to. Ours is not bolted up. So we don't need to do that, but just go in and remove those 2 bolts before you do anything. Those are 8mm. After you get the door check out, you need to come in and remove your wiring harness. It just plugs in right behind here. If you take this rubber grommet off, you can access where you need to go to get this connector off. So just peel this off. I'm going to use my old friend here, mechanic's pick, and you can just get behind it and pull that rubber back off of it. You can set it back on it after it's done to get it back in there. You can do it by poking your finger in there without this, but it makes it so much easier just to pull it back. Now, right inside here, there is a little tab that you can move up and down. So move it up. So push it down and pull that side out. And then go to the bottom and push it up. And then it comes out. You can see on the top there the way that snaps in. Just has a little ledge that it snaps onto. Now to get it off, it has this white lever. So what you do is pull that white lever all the way down until it comes undone. And it's awkward because it's kind of in a tight spot. But once it's off like this and that latch is undone all the way down, you can pull off this top part. It is kind of aggravating because it is a tight spot, but now that's off, you could put this back on it or just leave it like this. I'm just going to leave it like this. But when you reinstall it, make sure that snaps in, and then you can put that on top of it. Now that this is all off, the door check's off, we can go ahead and start removing our bolts. So now we need to come in and remove our bolts. There's 4 13mm bolts here. This guy in the middle, you don't need to take out. That is a bolt that helps center this bracket. There's a hole behind this, and this is actually a stud on the back side that goes into that hole. You don't need to loosen this up. It'll come right out. So once you take these off, you can pull straight off of it, and that will come off of the stud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the bottom ones first. That way it's not going to fall on me. I'm going to remove these, and then I'm going to remove these while I'm holding the door up, and then you can go ahead and start removing it. Now I can access this first one using the electric ratchet. These are really long guys too. Set it aside because that's a bolt you don't want to lose. But this other one here I need to get to with either a ratchet or a wrench. I'm going to use a ratchet here. These bolts are very, very long. Now that those bottom ones off, I can come back here to the top ones. I'm going to use the electric ratchet again. Now careful when you take this one out because the door might want to fall off. A lot of times it'll just stay on this stud right here. But go ahead and take it off and just be careful. Alright, so now it's time to take your door off. Get 2 people if you can. Once again, it's really late and it's only me out here. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this myself. It's not the first time I've taken doors off myself, so I'm not too worried about it. But if you have 2 people, get 2 people and makes it a lot easier. Right now, the only thing holding this door on is that post I showed you and this door latch. So basically, if you undo the door latch and pull straight off where that post comes straight off, you can go ahead and remove your entire door. You could support it by grabbing the side here. It's not terribly heavy. It's kind of bulky, a little bit heavy, but it's not like super heavy. So what you could do is you can grab underneath, you can grab under the rearview mirror here, or you can just grab on the front side. Then open the door and pull it straight off, lift it up, and carry it out of the way. So it's very easy to get off as long as you do it in the way we showed you how to do it. Do the door check and the wiring first, and then move over to the hinges, because otherwise you're going to be trying to hold that door and trying to get that stuff off. It's going to make it extremely difficult on you. But as long as you do it in that order, you can get it right off. You saw how easy it was for me to get it off. It was a little bit awkward because I was kind of reaching across the lift to get to it, but I still got it off by myself. If you have 2 people or more, definitely use them. I don't care about this car. It's a parts car. But if it was a car that I was trying to take care of, trying to rebuild, or a customer car, something like that, I would have multiple people to make sure I didn't scratch up that door. I didn't really care about it. I was just making a video for you guys so you guys could see what to do. But definitely use more than 1 person if you can do it. If there's anything else you'd like to learn about, post down below in the comments. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at The Midnight Mech, TikTok at The Midnight Mechanic. Get your merch at themidnightmech.com. And don't forget to subscribe to see our how-tos and all our shows. See you guys next time.